Hello and welcome back to Lonsdale Public Library's Puppet Show Theater. This week we are bringing the riveting classic, The Three Little Pigs, so sit back and enjoy. The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, as all the best stories start, there were three little pigs who were brothers. They decided that they were all grown up and would go out into the world to find their fortunes. The first pig was Clarence.
Hello.
Clarence was a very lazy pig.
I guess I need to build myself a house, but it seems like a lot of work. What's the latest thing I can find? There's some hay in that field. That'll do.
Do you think hay is a good thing to use to build a house? The next pig was Gordon.
Hello.
Gordon was also pretty lazy, but maybe a bit wiser than Clarence.
I guess I need to build myself a house, but it seems like a lot of work. Hay is awfully flimsy, but sticks are pretty strong. That'll do.
Do you think sticks are a good thing to use to build a house? The final pig was Otis.
Hello.
Otis was the wisest of the pig brothers.
I guess I need to build myself a house. It will be a lot of work, but I need something good and strong. Here are some bricks. That'll do.
Do you think bricks are a good thing to use to build a house? The three little pigs all slept soundly in their new houses. The next morning, a wolf walked down the street. He saw Clarence in his house and decided to have a nice breakfast of pig. So he shouted through Clarence's door,
little pig, let me in."
But Clarence didn't like the hungry look in the wolf's eyes.
"Not by the hairs of my chinny chin.
"Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in."
So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down. Clarence ran to his brother's house with the wolf in hot pursuit. Gordon let him in and quickly closed the door behind him. The wolf decided he was plenty hungry enough to eat two little pigs for breakfast, so he shouted through the door,
little pig, let me in."
"Not by the hairs of my chinny chin.
"Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in."
So he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house down. Gordon and Clarence ran away, but the wolf was so close behind them that they could feel his breath on the backs of their necks. They just barely made it into Otis's house and got the door shut. The wolf was pretty sure he could eat three little pigs, so he shouted through Otis's door,
little pig, let me in."
"Not by the hairs of my chinny chin.
"Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in."
So he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed. He huffed and he puffed until he was blue in the face, but the brick house didn't move. The wolf sat down to catch his breath and think a little. He was getting very hungry, and it was making him cranky.
"I've got a brilliant idea. If I can't blow the house down, and I can't get through the door, I'll climb up on the roof and slide down the chimney. It works for Santa Claus."
But Otis heard the wolf talking to himself and outsmarted him. Otis started a huge fire, filled his largest pot with water, and set it to boil. The wolf climbed up on the roof, slid down the chimney, and landed right in the pot. Plop!
"Yow! Ouchie, ouchie, ouch, ouch!"
The wolf shot out of the pot, through the door, and ran all the way home before he realized he had scalded off all of his fur. He was so embarrassed he didn't go out of his house for a month. As for the three little pigs, Clarence and Gordon learned from their mistakes and built 2 more snug little brick houses, just like Otis's. The 3 brothers lived long, happy lives and never had any more trouble with wolves. Thank you for joining us, and tune in again next time to see what story we will read for Puppet Show Theater.